It could just be audio from my side.
Oh.
Cause I just tried cracking my neck like a couple times.
Kill me now.
Round dose.
Alright, we're... Oh.
See, I can't tell if it's raining or if I have mice running around.
What?
Okay, so there's just been constant pitter-pattering since like we started recording. And that means it's either raining or that there's mice right now.
Okay.
Velvet doesn't care.
Shit. Okay, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, I usually like jump through like the hoops. I'm not sure if you remember my advice for the first one, but I usually always stay on the ground. And I'll be honest with you, I never use magic on this guy until he's dazed. But let's see.
Alright, that's gonna be...
Yeah, you can heal whenever he uses that move after he goes to the other side.
I don't have the shape of wounds, so...
Yeah, but you can just heal if you're sitting in the center of the room. Like, just sit in the center. Yeah, it's heal. Well, you didn't trust me, so now you can't heal. I'm like, how much plainer may I speak to you, friend? Yeah, anyway,
Alright. You know, I'm actually faring better than I thought I would.
Yeah, no, it only gets like really annoying at the very end, because at least you still have time to heal in this part. You can't heal in the second half, unless you have the shape of wound. Oh, darn. We don't have any of the charms of our old setup. I probably would have traded out Mark of Pride and gotten
the second one?
No, yeah, the second one, because I like having I forgot what it's called. It's one of the caterpillar charms.
Shape of Wound?
No, that's different. That's Oon's charm. I'm talking about from the Grub Father. Grub Song. Yeah, I like Grub Song a lot.
Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Not that hard.
Yeah, so I usually just kind of... It's hard to explain my strategy there. So I guess we're up.
Stop faking me out.
Well, anyway, I'm thinking this is like a round 2 kind of deal. Unless you pull a miracle out of that, nowhere. Yeah, I think the problem with this boss is that it's a long way to like the last bench.
God damn it.
Oh. Yeah, so what I do, like I would jump in at the moment you do, but I usually like either jump in between 2 of the orbs or like fall through 2 of the orbs when I do the attack so that it misses me.
Alright, does this guy have 4 phases?
It really depends on the kinds of attacks you use when he's stunned. But I mean, he really has 2 phases, I suppose. I at least think of it as 2 phases.
Alright, so my priority is to attack him in his stunned state, so I have to conserve my health.
I mean, I guess.
Let me... Aww.
The problem is, see, if you had Grub Song, then healing wouldn't be so much of a problem. It's every time you got hit, you know. Anyhow, this is the part of the video
Oh,
where
I
I
can
have to
just
find
dash
something
past
else.
him.
Yeah, but I like to hit him at least like 3 times during that one. Of course.
I butcher it though.
That's fine. Your strategy is probably better for you. Anyway, as I was saying, this is the part of the video where I don't have anything to say.
Well, to be fair, you are watching me fight a boss.
Yeah, it's rather entertaining, honestly. And then I remember your statistics. I'm like, nobody watches the Hollow Knight videos.
It doesn't matter. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Just speaking of enjoying games, I have to find more to play because, I keep on beating them. I still have a bit to do in Slay the Spire, which is like a deck building game. I don't recall how much I told you about that game, but I mentioned it.
Come on.
But I also have... I beat Ori and the Will of Wisps already. Let's see. Right now I'm doing Ni no Kuni, I suppose.
Oh, you
ass. You know what would... Okay, a fun game I found, like, really enjoyable, and it's, like, really short and sweet. And it would be, like, fun for a playthrough, I think.
What?
Katana Zero. Like, it's a really short game, but it's really fun. Yeah, it's an indie game. But yeah, it is, like, super enjoyable. I don't know if it's your cup of tea, but, like, at least the story would probably catch your eye. Ugh. You're not doing me any favors when you don't respond to me. No, well.
I'm just trying to concentrate on the fight, bro.
Aw, man, that sucks. But anyway. Oh, you know what? Alright, phase 2. You just kind of have to jump and dash. Or just dash. I prefer not to let Veil test me like that. Don't brute force it, man. Yeah, so as I said, I jump and dash so I don't get hit by the ones on the ground.
Shit!
Well, next try. Yeah, he's somewhat of a grind. Technically, the boss's like health increases based on how much you've upgraded the nail. So if you had like not upgraded it at all and just boosted your magic attacks, you would die way faster.
God damn it.
Anyhow,
we were right there.
Yeah. There's this other game I bought that I've been playing with my family called Just Shapes and Beats.
Just Shapes and Beats.
Yeah, it's a bullet hell, but it's like a bullet hell that goes to the music.
What?
It's actually really
goes to the music.
Okay, yeah, it's a music-based game, right? So you know bullet hells, right?
Yeah.
This is a bullet hell, but it's all about the music. So like the music is like the attacks go off to the sound of the music. I don't know, you should just give it a quick look up, I suppose, afterwards. It's really fun though. My only qualm is that the game feels way too short. And we just kind of sat down and beat it in a day. That said, it's like something that's fun to just kind of pick up and play a couple rounds of with anybody who's around.
God, asshole faking me out.
There are a couple things that are I just wish there was at least more songs, more bosses in the game. those are like tiny faults. Anyway, speaking of bullet hells, so I'd gotten my family to play Just Shapes and Beats, right? Which is like I think like an intro to bullet hells, honestly, because it's pretty easy. I had my sister play Enter the Gungeon with me, right? Which I've played a few ones before. This was her second time ever playing it, and the first time we did terribly, and we haven't played it since, right? And so with zero practice, I'm like, all right, look, why don't we go play this game since we've done Just Shapes and Beats, right? I said it's essentially like taking the next step, right? Because into Gungeon, you know, it's not just dodging stuff now. You're shooting stuff, and you're managing all of your resources and whatnot. And of course, it's completely random, unlike Just Shapes and Beats. And so I had her play the Gunslinger, which is like it's a character that you have to like unlock it after doing like this ridiculous run, honestly. I never want to do it again. But like, in order to unlock the Gunslinger, right, you have to beat the game as the Marine and pick up an item that's like the paradox, whatnot, right?
Right.
And you have to kill the Marine's past, right? And so when I first beat the game, right, the first character I played was the pilot, right? And I didn't know this at the time, but the pilot, for me at least, is like literally the hardest pass to kill, besides the Gunslingers, I suppose, which technically isn't a pass, but that's regardless of the point. Anyway, right? So I played as the the pilot, and I refused to play any other character until I beat his past, right? And so I did like so many different runs that just died there. And then as soon as I tried all the other characters, I beat every other character's past on the first try.
I see.
Right? I'm like, oh, I didn't realize I just picked the most difficult one. But anyway, you have to beat it as the Marine, right? With the paradox, it's like this item that you can like pick up. Like, and you don't even know what it does when you pick it up. I'm just like, oh, all right then. So it doesn't tell you anything about it. It just kind of goes around your character. But anyway, once you beat with the paradox, you unlock a character called the Paradox, right? And their whole gist is that they get like random stuff at the beginning of each run, right? Like every other character has pre-established like perks and weapons and whatnot.
And these ones get random ones?
Yeah. So in order to unlock the Gunslinger, you have to play the Paradox, right? And you have to beat the game, and you also have to beat the sixth floor as well, which is like a bonus floor. And the sixth floor is actually called Bullet Hell. You have to face like the most ridiculous boss in the game. I say the second most ridiculous boss in the game. His name is Lich, right? I'm just kind of ranting about Enter the Gungeon right now, but Lich is actually a pretty hard boss. But I decided he's the second hardest boss in the game because I think the hardest boss in the game is the gosh darn rat. Like, the rat is a secret boss in the game. If you alright, I'm just rambling again. But if you leave any items just lying around in a room, right, and leave the room, then the rat will steal it, right? So the rat's whole gist is that like he's also stuck in the Gungeon, and like he just kind of takes everything that you leave behind and whatnot. And like since you're both in the Gungeon, you can't like die and whatnot. But that's besides the point. Anyway, rat is super hard because like you have to fight him after the third floor, right? And you don't have like enough of like high tier stuff at that time, or just stuff in general, unless you have good luck, or you've like beaten all of the bosses so far flawlessly, which I don't do every time. Anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, you have to beat Lich, right? And then what happens is you immediately start a new run, like the game starts a new run and you play as the Gunslinger. In order to unlock the Gunslinger, you have to beat the Gunslinger's past, which is you face two Liches in their first phase simultaneously after completing the Gungeon all over again, right? It took me like 10 tries. Well, actually, I'm saying 10 tries, but I feel like it was less, but I'm saying 10 for the sake of it being a round number. But anyway, needless to say, it took a ridiculous amount of tries to do it, and it's just disheartening because like beating like Lich for me, it's like it like takes a whole lot of effort. It's like sometimes you just get a bad run because it's all RNG, right? And like you'll like spend like a whole hour doing this run, only for it to be fruitless in the end. And in order to unlock Gunslinger, you gotta have like 2 really good runs, right? The one thing about Gunslinger though is that he has the best stuff, like pre-established stats in the game, right? So his startup weapon is like the best startup weapon in my opinion, because well, his starting weapon, not startup weapon, but yeah, the whole just as his weapon can like stun enemies, right? With the last bullet, because he actually throws his last bullet. He actually throws his gun at you, which is supposed to be a playoff Gunslinger.
Ah, shit.
But anyway, yeah. So, he has the best starting weapon in the game, in my opinion, and he also has an item like that's just equipped on him that essentially unlocks synergies with any of the weapons you or items you pick up automatically, which is like really overpowered, because like that makes even like the worst weapons in the game like top tier sometimes, depending on which ones. Of course, like there's just some weapons in that game that are inherently better than others. Like my favorite weapon in the game is called Fight Saber, and if I ever get that weapon, I just automatically beat the game, right? Because the gist of that weapon is every time you reload, like it turns into a lightsaber, right? And so if during the time period that you're reloading, you'll deflect in every bullet you come in contact with back at the enemy. And so what I do, instead of shooting the enemy, is I just shoot one bullet and then reload and then run into all the enemy's bullets. Right. But that's just beside the point. Anyway, my sister played the Gunslinger and I played Player 2. The reason why I played Player 2 is because if Player 1 dies, Player 2 has an item that gives them like a stat boost, like to their speed and like strength or whatever. Because when you play co-op mode, all the enemies like stats are enhanced. And so essentially, that was the setup we're going for. And we were like basically dead by floor 2. But I pulled out some Deus Ex Machina BS. For, I don't know how. But anyway, what ended up happening is that we kept on progressing, and eventually we got to the 5th floor, and we just beat the boss. And so we first tried co-op mode, which I thought was really funny, because my younger brother and I have tried that so many times, and like for some reason I can beat the game alone. Like I can get I can beat like at least up to the 5th floor, like on any given run most of the time, right? But we can never like do it together. And then I played with my sister once and we did it first try, and I thought it was so funny. My younger brother was like actually pissed off. But anyway, that's enough of the Gungeon. I find it funny, I keep on dropping this game, but I seem to just pick it up. I guess it's just that kind of game where it's like you can pick it up whenever. Doesn't make much of a difference. It helps that it's a roguelite, so it doesn't really matter where you start off on.
Give me another one of those spinny moves. Give me another one of those spinny moves.
How about no?
Yes.
I see you've had a strategy down for it. Yeah, honestly, I can't believe you just let me talk about the Gungeon for like a solid 10 minutes. It could have been less, but it felt like 10 minutes. Alright, phase 2. Heal immediately. Yeah, I kind of just get in the rhythm. I don't react to him. I just move like before he even comes. Anyway, as I always said, virtue is a patience, so take your time.
Bitch!
Well,
Got him! Oh, screw you!
Like I said, take your time and then you just do it.
I feel accomplished.
GG's.
In my dreams, I could see it. The kingdom's salvation, the cure for the plague. The answer was in the soul that animates our bodies. But the king, why? He opposed everything I did. His jealousy, his madness, by standing against me, he robbed me of my immortality. Now the king and his kingdom are dead, but I will live forever. Well, not anymore.
Oh, he doesn't understand he's dead yet, I think.
Got
At least
him.
that's my... Yeah. It's whatever.
Is
So
there...
his whole just...
Are there any more dream bosses?
There's just the 3. Besides all of the Dream Warriors.
So this one, Soul Tyrant and Lost King?
No, so... Lost King. What
Lost Kin.
Oh, Ken. I'm like... Yeah. Failed Champion, Lost Kin, and Soul Tyrant. How much do we have right now?
We have 2,400.
Oh, okay. So we
So-
can visit Seer now.
Yeah, so did I beat all the bosses?
I mean, technically you missed Nightmare King Grim, I think, which I guess might give us dream stuff since it's the Nightmare King, but...
Oh, that would be a pain in my ass. I defeated your boss. Leave me alone.
It's to the right. There's a hole in the ground. There's a hole in the wall!
Oh, that show used to be the bomb.
I just don't understand why I ever watched that garbage.
I mean, it was entertaining. You can't say it wasn't entertaining. It was garbage, but it was entertaining
It's
garbage.
just like, it was like one of the lowest quality, like lowest budget shows I've ever seen. And I just don't understand why, like, who thought this was a good idea?
I mean, I didn't mind it considering, like, I grew up with antenna channels like PBS Kids.
Well, I didn't really grow up with TV. Like, I had VHS tapes with, like, recordings of stuff, right? But that would just mean I'm just, we're going to the top left, I suppose.
Yeah, we're going back to the Wazard. Back to the Seer.
Yeah, but anyway, I had VHS tapes, right? Because I didn't have, like, cable TV or whatever. And so all the cartoons I watched would be just the same stuff that was already pre-recorded when I was way too young to remember it.
I see.
Which I find kind of interesting, because for some reason I have this, like, memory that I watched way more than that, but that's just me. Wrong way. Unless you wanted to kill that guy. Still wrong way. We're going to top left.
God damn it. Could have told me sooner, Zender.
Oh, I mean, for some reason I thought you knew.
Who knew, do? Alright, what'd you watch on the VHS tapes? Like, shows?
It had Dora the Explorer, it had Blue's Clues.
Oh, God, how did you not learn Spanish from Dora the Explorer, my guy?
Well, actually, it's funny thing. My mom used to teach us Spanish when we were, like, before we even went to elementary school. But, we never practiced it, whatever. So I guess, like, I don't know if I told you, but I can't, like, remember it, like, besides, like, small bits and pieces, like, of, like, important memories, I don't really, like, remember anything past, like, when I was 10 years old. And so I don't remember any of this, really. Right? But my mom has, like, tons of evidence of it.
I see.
Like, yeah, so I guess at one point I did speak more Spanish than I did now.
Alright. Ah, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the dream now. So much essence, so bright. You truly are the Wielder my tribe so long has dreamed of. The fabled hero, the one with the biggest dick.
Okay. What kind of stuff are you snuffing right now?
I don't know, I just felt like throwing some spice in her sentences because she's kind of boring.
I don't know, how could you not laugh? You know?
Okay. The folks of my tribe were born from a light similar to essence, similar to that powerful blade, though much brighter still. They were content to bask in the light and honor it for a time, but another light appeared in our world, a worm that took the form of a king. How fickle my ancestors must have been. They forsook the light that spawned them, turned their backs to it, forgot it even. She's talking about Radiant?
Yeah, she is talking about Radiant.
So you're telling me Radiant's pissed?
Yeah, well, I mean, Radiance was one of the old gods, right?
They started worshipping the king?
Well, they kind of like just forgot about Radiance because like the pale worm, I guess, just kind of came in and was like, "Sup, I'm the god of this place now."
Sup,
all the other gods
look at my hot shining body. I'm the god. I radiate god power.
Yeah. But anyway, Radiance is specifically like the god of like the moths. Because the moth tribe like have
So you're telling me the moth tribe's god is the one that's fucking everything up? God damn you, moth tribe.
Because Radiance has a connection to like it's like the god of like dreams or whatever, right? And the moth tribe have a special connection to dreams. Yeah,
and so, this kingdom was born from that betrayal, but the memories of that ancient light still lingered, hushed whispers of faith, until all of Hallownest began to dream of that forgotten light. But what's done is done, and so am I. The Wielder has at last appeared, and I've held the memories of my tribe for long enough. It's time for us to be forgotten too. Don't remember us, Wielder. Don't honor us. We do not deserve it. You're goddamn right you don't. I'm sorry. Light, Radiance, I remember you. She has accepted Radiance, Ascension. So
ascend with Gorb. Ascend. Oh, okay, Gorb is actually like top tier.
Yeah, I fought his Pantheon version. He was as OP as ever.
Oh wait, you got destroyed by him?
No. It's sarcasm.
Yeah, I thought for one moment you got destroyed by Gorb. I'm like, haha, loser.
Not just howling wraiths. Cause he floats above you most of the time.
Yeah, no, Gorb is like, if you lose to Gorb, I don't really know why.
I mean, I lost to Gorb the first time I fought him, remember?
Oh, shoot.
Like twice.
Oh, shoot.
Yep.
I forgot. Honestly, I deleted it from my memory.
And then I lost to that dumbass boss fight with that one caterpillar dream boss. What was his name?
I forget, but I forgive you for that one.
When all I had to do was time my blade strikes right and just keep bouncing him. Which is what I did on my second playthrough, and it was like the easiest thing ever.
Yeah. Have you fought that one on Ascended or Radiant?
No. Why? Is there spikes?
There's spikes surrounding all of like the walls and the ceilings, and it's like closer confinements.
Alright, where are we going next? I've forgotten.
Well, besides Godhome, we have the Grim Troop.